The things we throw away or flush down the toilet are not just garbage, but sources for renewable energy. The organic waste, which releases methane gas, is being converted into energy right here in central Wisconsin. David Erickson, environmental engineer at Wausau Water Works and wastewater treatment plant, says the technology is nothing new.
Wastewater treatment plants have tried to reuse the energy from the methane for a long time, probably back into the 30s and 40s.
The plant is one of many organizations in the area taking advantage of renewable energy systems. They use the methane to run aeration tanks for cleaning water. Right now, the methane is stored in a holding cell, and the methane that can't be used is burned with a candlestick flare. They are currently working with Becker Hoppe, an engineering company in Wausau, to make some serious changes in order to use this natural energy source to its best efficiency.
There are some newer technologies where it might be more efficient. Instead of running a mechanical engine to aerate our aeration tanks, we might be able to run it through a micro turbine and then produce electricity directly and then use electric blowers to aerate our aeration tanks. We're looking at whether there are industries that are local that could make better use of the natural gas that we produce and ship it to them directly, and then they would recover that energy, and then with that cost savings then we would use electric motors to run our blower system.
There are already a number of farmers scattered throughout the state using anaerobic digestion. They're taking the manure produced from their livestock and capturing the methane to use it for energy. Farmers who can afford the $800,000 to $1 million investment will not only produce enough electricity to run their farm, but also enough to sell back to the grid. Under Wisconsin law, utilities statewide must use renewable energy to meet 10% of the electricity needs of retail customers by the year 2015. The Marathon County landfill is already meeting that requirement by taking the methane gas and directly converting it into electricity. Melissa Johnson, Director of Solid Waste Management for Marathon County, says finding the best way to manage our waste has evolved over centuries.
Well, people have been composting forever and finding the best use for the materials because they were seen as really limited resources, and things were expensive, and people didn't have this endless income on throwaway society. And we transitioned into, oh, don't worry about it, we can take care of it, we'll pick it up at the curb, we'll make it easy, we'll throw it in the landfill, and we'll even make it really cheap.
The methane gas is collected through 56 gas wells that are drilled into the landfill. It is then extracted from the gas and funneled into 3 Caterpillar diesel engines that have been converted to use methane for fuel. This runs the turbines that produce electricity that's sent out to the grid and sold to Wisconsin Public Service as green energy.
The 3 Caterpillar engines that are on site at the Marathon County landfill produce about 3 megawatts of electricity, and that's enough to run enough electricity to run about 2,000 homes for their electrical uses.
Last year, the methane in the landfill produced enough electricity to power 1,467 homes, and this year they've already produced enough to power 2,200 homes. While it may sound like the county is making progress, this also may mean that people are producing more organic waste, and instead of putting it into their home composting bin, they are putting it in the landfill. Marathon County Landfill Facility Manager Eileen Guthrie said it would be cost-efficient to separate the organic waste from the rest of the waste.
Only have that waste that's appropriate to go into the landfill, because it's pretty costly to build a landfill. They say somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million an acre.
The current landfill is expected to be full in another 3 years. The plans for a new landfill, Marathon County's Bluebird Ridge Recycling and Disposal Facility, are already in the works.
There are risks with landfills. Right now they're great technologies, but 100 years in the future, will they be a risk to the environment? How do we best manage the material? And so we've moved away from that, and now we're kind of moving back going, oh, there's a value in these materials. Let's do it differently.
The new landfill will be smaller and ready for biomass conversion.